Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Didsbury Art Studio and I'm Sally. And today we are going to be doing a SOUMAK weave. Okay then, so what I've done with, just to begin with, is a tabby weave, which is just a plain basic weave. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 9 rows, just plain weave. If you want to know how to do the tabby weave, I'll leave it linked. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the side like that. Just going to shuffle up the rows because I want it to have this curved shape that when we do the SOUMAK weave, which is great for outlining, we can just outline this little area here just to make it a little bit more fun and a bit different. Right then, so I've got a nice long length of pink because, as you know, I'm sticking with the pink and the brown theme with this little weaving series. So I'm just going to tuck the tail end of it under that first warp length, and then I'm going to grab next 2 warp lengths, and then I'm going to take cord, because it's macrame cord I'm using again, and well, it's more like rope macrame cord. So I've gone over the top of those 2, and then I'm going to jump to the next 2 like so, and over the top of the next 2 like so. And I'm doing it this way because I'm starting from a cardboard loom at the top and working down. So I'm going over the top of the next 2. And we're just going to do that up there as well. Like so. And when you get to the end, I'm just going to tuck in the cord. I'm going to do that twice, and then I'm going to change direction. So this time I'm heading back this way, so I'm going over the top of the next 2, over the top of the next 2, and I'm going to do the same drill all the way until I get to the other side. And there we go, lovely. Look at that. So I'm just going to tuck that over there. Cute. Next, what I want to do is I'm going to switch colours, and I'm going to do another row directly underneath it, just to show you that you can play around with pattern. Just going to go directly underneath, and I'm going to go over the top of the next 2, over the top of the next 2. So I'm onto that last warp length. I'm just going to wrap it around twice, and off we go. And you will get obviously different effects depending on what thickness of wool, what texture of wool you're using, whether it's macrame cord, rope, string, anything like that. You're obviously going to get very, very different effects. Like in what's happening here, this is coming out quite linear. So obviously if I used a thicker, chunkier wool, which I might do in a minute, just to show you can get extremely different textures if that's what you're looking for. And notice I'm not using a weaving needle with this, just going through it with my hands. And now you can see I've just switched to a chunky wool. Every time I go back to doing some weave, I always sort of think, why am I not doing more weaving? Because I enjoy it so much. Just get so much satisfaction out of the process, and also love the results and how you can just really be so creative with your layouts and your experimentation. I love just coming out of the actual warp as well and getting some more 3D effects, popping objects and various different textures within it. So now you can see I'm just going to wrap that around, and then I'm going to go back over this way to the left. So you can see that looks great with just linking the brown and back down here with the SOUMAK. So we've got several different textures going on there. What I wanted to show you now is I've got this slightly thicker cord, so I'm just going to tuck it under there. I actually just want to do one single row of it. So I'm not going to come back in the other direction because I just want to show you, you can just play around with just doing one top half of the weaving stitch. Just going to push that up and there we have it. Just grabbed some of this neutral rope, okay, and I'm going back in the other direction, so I want to head over this way. Wow, I think this one's quite chunky. Might not give me the desired effect I'm looking for. It's slightly thicker and a little bit more sturdier than that previous one. That one was quite flexible to work with. Okay, I'm going to try it out, and if it doesn't work, I'll grab a different one. That's what it looks like. Am I really happy with it? I'm really not sure. It's just quite chunky. I think we can actually keep it a little bit more stabilized by when we put a little bit of a plain weave underneath it. I've just done the brown plain tabby weave, and then next what I'm going to do is just a single row of the top of the sumac and show you that you can then block in and do another tabby weave underneath it. This time singly over each warp strand, just as a different idea. But I'm not going over two, I'm just going over one. Now I'll give us a slightly different, thicker, twisty bit over here. I've just tucked that underneath for now. If you were taking this off the weaving board, this is for a display purposes only. But if you were taking it off, you'd have to thread it through the previous stitch, as I showed you in one of the other videos I've done recently, to the other side. There you can see that I've just done one single line of the sumac and then tucked it under with a tabby weave. I'm just going to do one more sumac going this way. Off will go this way, so I'm just going to the left. So I'm just going over every one warp length. This is the macrame cord. It's not got the same texture as some of this ropey one over here. Hopefully that's just given you a couple of ideas of what to do with sumac. Just combining the two, the tabby weave with the sumac, you can come out with some great results. Obviously just explore using lots of different wools and cords. You'll get some great results. Thank you so much for watching today, and if you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more videos like this, please do subscribe. I'd love to have you part of the community here, and I post every week. If you'd like to write a comment, all helps, and give the video a like. See you in the next one. Bye!